Hello, everybody. Welcome to Patriots Perspective. This is Friday, January 17th, and I have got the guest of all guests coming on with me here shortly, Dr. Jerome Corsi. He is an amazing voice. He is one of the only people who did not take the plea deal from the Mueller investigations, and you are not even going to believe what he has got up his sleeve now. He is an author. He is an amazing patriot. And he has written letters to President Trump. And I'm going to, we're live for just a moment, waiting for him to come into the green room right now. And we will introduce him and play our intro and everything. But I just wanted to make sure if you can hear me. We are testing out some new features as well. We are live. We should be live on YouTube, X, on Christi for Miami, and Patriots Perspective X channel. We are checking these. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here while my eyes are a little shifty, and we should also be live on Rumble. And I know that there's a slight delay, so we are going to give it just a moment and see if these are indeed coming up to make sure we're not having any streaming issues on any of the channels, because it is looking like we might be having some streaming issues. No, we are live on X on one channel. We are live. Let's see if we are live on Patriots Perspective X, because it was telling us that it may not go live on Patriots Perspective X. It does not look like we are live there because we do not pay for the blue check mark. So whenever you see it, we may be, so you can hear me on YouTube. Great. Thank you so much, Mother Pamela, moderator. She is there in the comment section. So thank you so much for being here, Mom. And again, we are testing. We are waiting on Dr. Jerome Corsi to come into the studio. So it's going to be very exciting today because this is an amazing man. He's an amazing patriot. He does not get the voice that a lot of people might otherwise let's just say he has a lot of information. He has a lot of intel. He has been in and around the deep state for a very long time. He has written books such as, let's just go through his book list. By the way, according to Wikipedia, he is a conspiracy theorist, which, is true. Listen, I mean, listen, if you listen to your conspiracy theorist friends like myself, you'll definitely know what's going on, especially if you listen to whack jobs like myself, because we will definitely tell you the truth no matter what. Hey, listen, I fully expect, I want to remind everybody that might be clipping things like that, is I do reserve all rights, all copyrights on my content, and it is not to be reused without a mention of Christi for Miami or patriotsperspective.com. So thank you very much. But Dr. Corsi is an American conspiracy theorist and author. He is a two-time New York bestseller for Unfit for Command in 2004, The Obama Nation, and he attacked the Democratic presidential candidates that have been criticized by the opposition. In other words, in columns and conservatives to right-wing websites such as World Net Daily and Human Events. This is according to Wikipedia, just keep in mind. And this is, Dr. Corsi is also responsible, they are been accused, I should say, of being involved with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. I mean, you name it, they've tried to put him at the center of it. So Corsi has discussed conspiracy theories, the plans for North American Union government, the birther claims that President Barack Obama is not a United States citizen. Well, imagine that. We actually had President Trump tell us the same thing. And he's criticized the U.S. government for allegedly covering up the September 11th attacks. By the way, if you are listening to this, I have a bomb that's going to be dropping tonight in the terms of another interview that can only be aired on X, and actually, I think we're just going to run this interview on Rumble because it is not going to be airable most likely on YouTube, but we'll get our YouTube channel struck. So, and we may end up dropping the streams on YouTube when Dr. Corsi comes on. So if you are listening to this interview right now, if you're listening to my voice, please go to Rumble, go to Patriots Perspective on Rumble, make sure that you sign up there, because when he comes on, there may be a good opportunity that we may have to drop the stream suddenly, because to keep information on air. So in 2017, Dr. Corsi became Washington, D.C. bureau chief for the conspiracy theory website InfoWars, but he no longer works for the website. So imagine that, why they actually hate him so much. In 2018, Corsi was subpoenaed by the Mueller Special Counsel investigation over his contacts with former Donald Trump and advisor Roger Stone, that he had foreknowledge of the WikiLeaks releases from stolen Clinton emails. Keep in mind, Hillary Clinton did have a server out there while she was operating as our Secretary of State. You know, we've had some really bad secretaries of state here lately, huh? Corsi claimed that he had turned down a plea deal with Robert Mueller and denied such contacts or knowledge. Draft court documents released in November showed that he emailed Stone several times, updating him on impeding WikiLeaks releases of stolen emails. In 2019, Stone was convicted of lying to Congress and other charges. Well, imagine that. I mean, I think almost every patriot under the sun has now been arrested for something for preserving our country. So there you go. Including all the J6ers that should be released, which I'm going to ask Dr. Corsi about when he comes on. So Corsi was born in Ohio. He was actually born in East Cleveland, Ohio, to Alice Corsi and Louis E. Corsi, a Democratic activist and leader of the United Transportation Union. He graduated from Ignacia School in 1964 and graduated from Case Western Reserve University in 1968. He received a PhD in political science from Harvard University. In 1972, Corsi published his doctoral dissertation, Prior Restraint and Prior Punishment and Political Dissent, a moral and legal evaluation, which discussed the 1968 Democratic National Convention and the Vietnam War protest in the context of government tolerance and internal political activism. His dissertation advisor was Michael Walzer. Corsi began to work in banking and finance in 1981, and in 1995, he helped launch a mutual fund to invest in a formerly communist Poland after the fall of the Soviet Union, which eventually lost $1.2 million. So we will ask Dr. Corsi about these, but if you want to ask any questions, or if you are listening, feel free to drop any questions in the comments. I'm going to make sure that we are seeing comments, because I am not seeing comments as of yet. And we are still waiting for Dr. Corsi to come in to the green room. He is not here yet. I'm hoping that he is okay. So for those of you who are not aware of who Dr. Corsi is, you can go to Rumble. I will pull up his channel so that way you know exactly who he is, so that when he does come in, we can immediately start. Let me actually make sure we are streaming to Rumble. You can see me streaming on. Yes, okay. It does show us live on Rumble right now. So it does show us live. So that's good. I don't know why it duplicated us on Rumble. So if you're seeing it saying upcoming, please go to the live stream because we are there on the live stream. It looks like there are a few people watching. So thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you are on Rumble, would you please give this video a thumbs up, like and comment, give us a comment. Let us know where you are holding the line. And we are going to, it looks like there's a slight, well, really a long delay from you hearing this. So hopefully we can have that up, because we really are looking forward to interviewing Dr. Corsi today. Dr. Corsi is a wealth of knowledge. He is going to be headed to DC for the inauguration. And let's see, hold on. Let's see, just to make sure. We did have him down for today, and he is supposed to be here right now. Yep. We had him from 1:30 until 3 p.m. So hopefully he may be jumping off of another podcast. So we're going to wait around for him for at least a good 10 more minutes. So if you have any questions or anything, please just drop a question in the comments, and make sure that you are following our channel, because we do have a lot of videos that we are about to drop. terms of 9/11. We have the 9/11 truth community. We have just Richard Gage coming up, who is a massive voice for the 9/11 truth community, who asks a lot of questions. My interview with him is absolutely amazing. That is coming up here shortly, along with some health opportunities for you guys to take advantage of. We are on YouTube right now, so I want to make sure that we are very careful with that, but you definitely want to make sure you go to Rumble. You do sign up on our Rumble channel. For those of you not familiar with Rumble, I know a lot of the YouTube community may not realize that there is a complete another like channel, uncensored, called Rumble, Rumble, Brighteon, Frank Speech. But right now, if you go to rumble.com/C/Patriots Perspective, you should be on the channel that we are on right now. So that will give you an idea. If we were to put that link on YouTube, they would probably ban the entire video. So that's the reason we don't do it. So make sure that you do go to rumble.com/C/Patriots Perspective. And that way you can hear everything. I don't see any comments coming through, so I'm not sure that the comments are working. Let me just send you guys a comment. Can anyone see this? Let me do it on the other. I'm having a glitch on that particular computer. Okay. I know it's kind of a mid-afternoon interview and it wasn't even promoted as of yet. So I wanted to make sure that, if you are here and that Dr. Corsi, because we have not heard from him since we booked the interview. So, which was actually just a day or two ago. But he definitely wanted to come on today. We gave him options to come on, before or after the inauguration. He wanted to come on before the inauguration. So hopefully everything is good and he is well. That is my biggest concern right now. So I'm going to show you Dr. Corsi's website. He's an amazing guy who I actually listened to in the very beginning of, this Great Awakening, let's just say. You can get most of his books on Amazon. He has written several books, and we'll go through those. So that way, at least you guys know who he is when he comes on. And if you can do your research and if you have questions or anything like that, you can at least know where he's at. Okay. So here are his books on Amazon. And, I've always thought Dr. Corsi's information, he tells the truth of, what he knows and his experiences directly in the government itself. And, he does believe that there is a war on humanity and that there is a deep state, and he is a very big component and advocate of President Trump. So we are very, very excited to see us. The book America for Sale is a very popular book. So if you've not read this, please make sure, if you've not heard of it, please make sure that you go on and read that because that's a big deal. Unfit for Command. I mean, he is not a silent guy, let's just say, in terms of, I'm not going to mention any names here on YouTube, but you can see who's on the screen. And he discusses the Kennedy assassination, many other conspiracy theories, YouTube, so if you're out there on YouTube and you have not already followed us on Rumble, I cannot stress enough how you need to follow us on Rumble so that you can make sure that you are able to see our stuff. You can follow me at Christi, the number 4 Miami on Twitter. You can follow us at Patriots Perspective. On Twitter, we are News Behind Truth. Because several of our Twitter accounts have been taken down. We are not the Patriots Perspective that you will see on X. So please make sure that you are coming in. I do see that we are, there's a lot more people joining us. For those of you who are just now joining us, we are waiting for Dr. Jerome Corsi to come on live with a latest message. Dr. Jerome Corsi is an amazing voice for the truther community. And he has his own website. Let's see where he's at now. He is an author for a lot of mainstream voices, but the reality is he too, they really make fun of him, calling him a conspiracy theorist. But listen, you can learn a lot if you actually listen to what's going on here. Okay. So make sure that you can listen. Coup d'etat is a great book that he actually has. So he's, a lot of his books you can also get on Kindles. But coup d'etat is basically exposing the deep state treason and the plan to re-elect Donald Trump. So he wrote that before 2020. He is definitely a voice before the voices are out. And again, he does not sit silent. He does believe America is for sale to the highest bidder, and that many of our elected officials are unfit for office and unfit for command, and that there should be treason, which, listen, whatever you want to think, but there's a lot of information out there on him. We are looking forward to him joining. Let me just check really quick to see if I'm going to quit sharing for a second to see if he has emailed, because I have tried to call him and hopefully he didn't get the time wrong. Have you guys heard of Dr. Corsi? Can you, let's see if we have any comments coming through. Okay. Can hear loud and clear from YouTube. I'm not sure about the other channels because it seems like we have close to 100 people watching total, from X to Rumble, Patriots Perspective, YouTube. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We will definitely either speak with Dr. Corsi soon. We'll wait on him another few minutes. I'd sent him a message before I even went live. But I knew several of you knew that we were going to go live with Dr. Corsi. And Dr. Corsi is a big advocate for Veterans for America First, where I'm the National Press Secretary and a National Ambassador. So if you could please make sure that you also follow the FAF War Room on Twitter. You will love the conversation that goes on there. We have a lot of veterans on to talk about the VA and about how it can improve. And many of our members are also writing legislation. And this is a total grassroots effort. Nobody gets paid for anything. And we are there to improve the lives of veterans and make sure that veterans have a voice by connecting them with other people inside their community, helping them get jobs, whatever we can do to assist them. So if you are listening to me and you are on Twitter, you're on X, please go to follow the FAF War Room. Okay. The FAF War Room. And we will make sure that we have a ton of lives. We have Admiral Kubik on. We have all types of military colonels on. We also have generals on. We have a lot of people in the community and that are also very well connected inside Washington, D.C., so that we actually know what's going on there. Many of our members are attending the inauguration, and we are looking forward to helping veterans in 2025 moving forward. And we're very grateful that we have Collins as the Veterans Secretary on. So we thank you very, very much for just following the FAF War Room, because there's so much more information that the entire team puts out than even I myself that you'll find on this channel. So make sure you go there. We also have Political Savvy, who goes on and does a lot of X Spaces. She is amazing. She was part of the Trump campaign team, so she can tell you all about like what happens behind the scenes and so much more. So I have not heard back from Dr. Corsi at this very moment. Let's see. So I'm thinking at this point, we're probably going to have to reschedule. Let me just see if, let me give him a call quickly and just see if he's on. another call. I know that he had his assistant is actually participating in the inauguration. So I know everybody's a little distracted right now. So if you're wondering what's going on, if you're just tuning in, we are waiting for Dr. Jerome Corsi to attend this live stream. So, you know, hey, when it's a live stream, it's a live stream. So we are airing right now. We are airing on Rumble, X, on Christi for Miami. It's my understanding that we are not live on the Patriots Perspective X because we don't have our premium account there. Yeah, we haven't paid there. We're actually doing a little test to see if premium is actually working. Thus far, it doesn't really seem to be working, but you know, in order to live, we may end up paying for that. So, and by the way, we also are rebuilding patriotsperspective.com. And when I say we're rebuilding, we have a lot of videos that have not been made available to you guys who are just waking up. Okay. So if you are tuned in, I'm going to go ahead and use this opportunity to show you. You can go to patriotsperspective.com and you can find us where to watch us now. Okay. On the homepage, instead of having to look or dig, you can listen on these channels because we are about to start relaunching a lot of the videos and a lot of the podcasts that we had removed from YouTube. So we had a really big YouTube channel. It was taken down in the plethora of other YouTube channels. So because we were one of the first to interview whistleblowers inside your hospitals, and I'm careful of what I say, military whistleblowers. We don't have the covers for these yet. Biblical history whistleblowers, military whistleblowers, Miami corruption. I'm in Miami, for those of you who do not know. I am actually right in the heart of Miami, the city of Miami. And we do news commentary, Freemasonry whistleblowers, CPS whistleblowers. And I have covered the Megan Walsh story extensively, along with Pandora's Box with Mike Gill, the 9/11 conspiracy theories, the JFK conspiracy theories, and the healthcare whistleblowers. These will all have covers before too long, but I just wanted you guys to know that this is what we are doing. And then we also provide all the evidence. And then we also have interviews with Bay of Pig survivor, Bay of Pig survivor Frank Dave Verona. Frank Dave Verona is also an amazing author here in Miami. So we're very blessed to know a lot of people, a lot of things. We have also streamed the Reawaken tours because, listen, no matter which side of the fence you're on, whether you like Clay Clark and whether you like General Flynn, doesn't really matter to me. I believe that you should have the opportunity to view the truth and see the truth and hear the truth and make up your mind for yourself. You know, personally, I don't think General Flynn is a bad guy, but that's just my opinion. And then one of the most important interviews to kind of help wake up your neighbors is my whistleblower interview of this injury with Danae Dixon, who ended up being on a panel in Washington, D.C. So she was injured, an injured respiratory therapist. She told me her story way back in 2000. I think it was early 21. She basically lost her voice. It took us months to try to get this interview because she just simply did not have a voice. She told her full story. You can go and watch it on the channel. You can also, see all of the other videos and things. But you know, we've got a lot of content here. We were one of the first to have some of the content. The dates you'll see here. This is when the new website actually launched. But yeah, do make sure that you go on because we also advocated for people not to have to take anything to work. So you can see that on the screen. I'm not going to say anything. So, you know, there's a lot of great content on the website as a whole. We are doing everything we can to improve it. If you find an issue or if you think you can make it better or have a recommendation, please make sure that you just let us know. Yeah, we love it. So I'm still not seeing Dr. Corsi in. I'm thinking something must have happened. So let's just pray for Dr. Corsi, that, he is healthy, he is safe wherever he is, because I would definitely classify him as a targeted individual, considering he was, he is a possible witness to potential government crimes, for those at a very high level. So do pray for him. Let's pray that he comes back on. Let's pray for his safety. And Dr. Corsi, if you are listening to us, we look forward to having you on Patriots Perspective, where we do destroy truth, one truth at a time. And I thank you guys all for, being on, tuning in. I do have another interview coming up, so I cannot wait around any longer. Do you guys have any questions for me, though, before we get off? Like, I always like to answer questions. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, I'm going to look on directly on Twitter to make sure that nobody has commented on Twitter. Okay, there's some repost. So I apologize if this has been reposted and you are hearing this, that Dr. Jerome Corsi has not joined us yet. He was scheduled to join us. Dr. Jerome Corsi is one of the individuals that was targeted by the Mueller investigation. They wanted him to take a plea deal to testify against President Trump. He basically had nothing to testify against, because, he basically saw that they were lying in the very beginning, and he actually refused to take a plea deal, which meant that he could have gone to prison for probably the rest of his life, because he's not a spring chicken. No offense to you, Dr. Corsi. I mean, I just always have prayed for his safety and pray for his health, because we need his clear mind and body and soul here on planet Earth, to help guide the rest through the treacherous war that we're in, because it is war. He has been a part of InfoWars. He has been a part of, interviews with multiple channels. He has also been on mainstream television in the past. I've been on mainstream television on NBC, ABC, and many other channels, educating people regarding their digital, assets, such as social media channels, since 2013 or 2014, when I wrote the book, The Power of Pinterest. Before that, you can go on and see my videos on a channel called Puttin' Out, and that's PUTTINOUT. And you can see where I had videos as early as, I want to say, like 2008, 2009, where I was warning people about the power of social media, and it was called a conspiracy theorist then, and, the laughter and everything. So listen, I'm okay. I'm here on my own, destroying truth, destroying propaganda, one truth at a time. And that is what I will continue to do until my last breath, so that my grandchildren and my children don't have to live in tyranny underneath the communist regime from either China or Colombia or Russia or any other communist regime. I don't believe in communism at all. My grandfather fought very hard. If you want to see some of that information, you can simply go to psthisrocks.com, where I write about several different things. And you can go to parenting. I think one of the most interesting things is to go to parenting and see how my grandfather raised us. You can go to my grandfather's final battle here. My mom actually wrote this blog post as a eulogy to my grandfather, but he was an amazing man, and we love him dearly. And we are grateful for his service. By the way, this is really funny, but this is actually Mussolini's, one of his cars, and my grandfather bought it. So it's kind of interesting how that came to be. But this is in Acapulco, where he took my where he took my mother and her sister to live. So yeah, you can go on and read all about it here. My grandfather was a recipient of the Ronald Reagan Award and the Republican Party. I'm not sure why this page looks a little messed up, to be honest with you, so I'll look into that. But anyway, just wanted you guys to know, where my things are. I don't try to hide any of my details or anything like that in terms of what's here. And then one of the most important articles that I feel like I've written in my lifetime is 7 Ways Parents Can Raise Young Children to Be Successful Adults, because my daughters are very successful in their own right. Not anything that I have done other than sometimes not done anything at all, so that they could stand on their own 2 feet and do their own laundry. So, you know, and I've never apologized for anything like that as a mother. So I do believe that children should be able to hang and do things on their own and not have to rely on the government for anything, as do I think that none of us should have to rely on the government. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now. If you have any questions or you want to drop a comment below, please do that. Please make sure that you do go to rumble.com/c/Patriots Perspective, or you can just go to Rumble and search for Patriots Perspective. We are also coming up on Frank Speech and Brighteon. So, and I want to encourage everybody out there, especially those of you who may have been censored here on X, make sure that you do go on and subscribe and create an account on Truth Social. Okay, Truth Social, Gab, those are other great sites to work around. And make sure that you go to Frank Speech, Brighteon, and Rumble. But Rumble being, I would say, the most important right now, because that's where a lot of creators are able to freely stream and have content, and then we'll share a lot more with you there. God bless you all. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and make sure that you do subscribe on the Rumble channel, because we do have the videos coming up with Richard Gage regarding 9/11 truth. God bless you all.
Remember, take action. Take action. Don't let big tech win. Share this video with a friend now. Most importantly, do unto others as you would have others do unto you.